The man accidentally found a mysterious illustrated book in the attic. But suddenly, 2 lines of words appeared on the dust-covered desk, warning him to leave immediately. Then, his flashlight began spinning on its own in a strange and eerie way. Frightened, Sean grabbed the illustrated book and rushed back to his bedroom. On the cover, there was a note that read, "Never open this book." But Sean stubbornly opened it anyway, and at that moment, an invisible force spread throughout the room, radiating a chilling sense of mystery. Despite the warning signs, Sean didn't give up. He hid inside a chest and continued reading. Soon, to his astonishment, he discovered that the author of the book was none other than his grandmother's father, Arthur. Even more bizarrely, the book recorded a fantastical world full of elves and mystical creatures. The next day, as Sean was about to tell his family about the sword, that same invisible force reappeared. Terrified, Sean sensed that something unseen was about to charge at him. He hurried back to the attic and followed the book's instructions, spreading honey on some biscuits and waiting patiently. Before long, a mouse-like fairy was indeed lured out, but upon seeing Sean, it immediately fled again. Sean quickly offered another honey biscuit to calm it down. However, when the mouse fairy learned that he had opened the illustrated book, it became enraged and transformed into a menacing, evil form. Panicking, Sean threw another honey biscuit to soothe it. The mouse fairy warned Sean that the dark elves in the forest had surely sensed the reappearance of the fairy book and would soon make their move. Fortunately, the house was surrounded by a protective ring of mushrooms. As long as they stayed inside the barrier, they would be safe. But soon, Sean noticed his sister, Ellie, standing outside the circle. He shouted for her to come back inside, but Ellie refused to listen. The next moment, something invisible attacked her. Terrified, she swung her sword wildly at the air, and the blade was suddenly stained with green liquid. Through the lens her brother threw to her, she finally saw that she was surrounded by toad-like monsters. Although she had trained in swordsmanship since childhood, there were too many enemies, and she was quickly overwhelmed. Fortunately, her brother pulled her back inside the protective barrier just in time. The siblings hurried into the house, treated Tom's wounds, and then realized the entire house had already been surrounded by the toad spirits.